Hello and welcome back to Fire Emblem Engage. We are on chapter 15. I decided to do this before the Lin chapter because I want Seedall for that. Although I have to say that this chapter is a big old mess, and yeah, I don't know, it's just a big old mess. I did a lot of stuff to try to prepare for this and to try to increase reliability and things. I'll try to go through all of it. So, let's see. Nothing on Alir. Pandreo got a whole bunch of tonics. I was gonna say stat boosters, but so HP tonic, magic tonic, speed tonic, defense tonic, and even a luck tonic. So yeah, we need him. He's kind of the carry this chapter. We need him to deal more damage, be more durable, all that good stuff. He doesn't get a res tonic because he actually, if with a res tonic and the like +3 to all stats from the Goddess Dance or from Instruct from Unleer, he actually has too much res, and then mages won't attack him, and he can't actually one-round mages with the Levin Sword with those other boosts, so we don't want that. Amber gets nothing. Sorry, Amber. Etier has a strength tonic, and she also has the steel bow I've forged up to +5 from +3, and this longbow with the engraving, I think this the Roy engraving, is forged to +1. She's actually carrying both longbows because depending on how many speed taker procs and who she's fighting, like she can potentially double with this longbow, but not this longbow. But then like this one does more damage and blah 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 blah. It turns out Fagato doesn't really need a longbow. So anyway. Marin has a strength tonic. I think that ends up not actually really mattering, but whatever. Kagetsu, let's see, has a strength tonic and a speed tonic. Yeah, again, I'm not sure if the speed tonic matters on Kagetsu. There's a situation in which it could matter, but hopefully that won't even come up. Ivy has a magic tonic and a speed tonic. This only matters in terms of changing enemy behavior, I think. Like, there's a world where she was going to do some stuff, but then doesn't end up doing that stuff, so oh well. Anyway, Fagato has a magic tonic. That definitely does matter. It allows him to one-round stuff with the Radiant Bow. And I guess he also has a speed tonic. That's right. Yeah, because the Radiant Bow is pretty heavy. And I think that's it. I guess we've also got Kagetsu's bond level with Lucina up now that we have unlocked Dual Assist Plus. And Dual Support is also nice. And I think that's everything. So yeah, I guess I hadn't actually talked about what units I'm bringing. I'm actually benching Chloe for this chapter. I'm sure she could have been useful, but I wanted to, I don't know, focus on like the newer units. By newer, I mean like the units I hadn't used as much last time. I guess Kagetsu aside and Ivy, but Ivy's pretty essential for this chapter. Anyway, and Kagetsu's in a different class, so also he's just like way better than Chloe at this point, honestly. The other thing I did is I ended up wanting a bunch of movement stuff, so I inherited reposition onto a bunch of units. So Alir didn't get it because she's already got her, like, well, actually it's because she doesn't have enough SP. Like, she's got kind of doubled up on mentorship. I don't remember why I inherited mentorship on her, whether I didn't realize I was going to be putting Byleth on her, but whatever. I may not actually anyway. Like, once I get the Corn Ring, I might be using that on Alir. We'll see what happens. But anyway, Pandreo didn't get it because he has exactly 1,000 SP, and I don't right now have a ring on him, and I want to make sure he has enough for Cantor when we get Sigurd back. And then Etier didn't get it because I don't know. Well, mostly because she doesn't have like a ton of movement anyway. So, I mean, I guess it's only a difference of 1, but still, she doesn't like get as much value out of it, and also like I want to give her Vantage and Wrath at some point. We gotta get Vantage back first, but anyway. But I gave it to Kagetsu, I gave it to Marin, I gave it to Ivy, I gave it to Hortensia, and I gave it to Fagato. And all of them either had enough, like, at least 1,200, where they, like, so, for instance, Hortensia still has 1,000, so she can afford Cantor anyway. Or they didn't have 1,000, and so they are going to need to equip a ring at some point to generate some SP in order to be able to get it regardless. So that's the case for, like, Ivy, Fagato. Marin had over 1,000. Kagetsu is going to need it. I mean, or Kagetsu already has a ring anyway, but yeah. And then I didn't inherit it on Amber, because Amber's already got the Ike pair up anyway for this, at least for now. Okay, I think that is all that needs to be said about all of that, so let's get started. And boy, at the beginning of this chapter, is there a lot of stuff that I need to skip through. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to have Ivy come up and rescue Seedall. One of the things that I've discovered, to my great annoyance and aesthetic offense, is that even though... So Hortensia, her skill says when unit uses a healing staff, which honestly I hadn't even noticed that qualifier before, and so I just assumed that like obstruct and rescue and warp and all that stuff would be +1 range on her. Well, it turns out that warp is +1 range on her, but rescue is not, which honestly just seems like a bug. Like, I can't really think of any reason for it to work that way. But the point is that means that we might as well use Ivy, because she is better at frontlining than Hortensia, who possibly gets one shot by the Steel Axe fighters. Yeah, I think she does. Anyway, so Understood. Now we're gonna bring Pandreo up, because he's gonna get danced for by Seedall, and then we're actually gonna go and talk to Seedall. Although first we're going to engage Alir, so that we can instruct afterwards, because for whatever reason, you can't engage after talking. And then we get cutscenes. The load time on these cutscenes, kind of crazy. Anyway, okay, and then we're gonna trade Seedall the boots. I'm not actually, like, there's no opportunity for him to actually use the boots this chapter, but I'm gonna give him the boots, and, you know, whatever. We'll just, that way he has them, and it's less likely that I'll forget going forward. Alright, and then we're going to go ahead and skip some more nonsense, and then dance for Pandreo. And then the really funny thing is that if we now select Pandreo, he'll be like, oh, did you know that I can dance? Like, yeah, I just used the dance command. Like, maybe you could skip that if I've already used the command. But whatever, it's fine. Alright, next up, Fagato, thanks to his magic and speed tonics, can one-round this guy with the Radiant Bow. Boom, boom. And then we're going to have Marin come over and hit this guy, although I need to remember to trade Fagato over to the Levin Sword. And doink, doink. Okay, so she doesn't get the kill, which like she sometimes will because of crit. But that sets up a kill for Etier, where we can proc Speed Taker. I think technically Etier doesn't actually need this particular proc. I'm pretty sure that that there's no particular situation where she does, but it's still nice to get it. And then Pandreo is going to come up and kill this guy. I would prefer for him to kill the guy below and be able to stand on the pillar, but he needs to be here for his movement for next turn. Finally, sorry, non-combat actions here. Kagetsu just needs to be here so that he can get to where he needs to go over the next couple turns. Okay. Hortensia is going to trade Etier off the longbow to the steel bow, and then is going to put an obstruct here. This is so that this axe fighter can't attack Etier. It's also in theory so that this guy can't attack Kagetsu, but in reality, like, he'll just always prefer to attack Etier anyway. I mean, I guess he could attack Fugato, but he'll just attack Etier, which is nice because he'll die. And then, yeah, Amber's just gonna come up and chill for this turn. And easy one round for Pandreo. And then we get this kill, pump. And then this guy will now attack Fugato, which... Ooh, he crit! Nice! Let's go, Fugato. Let's go. I was gonna say, so if I don't instruct on Ivy, then that guy will attack Ivy. And it kind of, like, doesn't matter too much one way or another, but by having the guy attack Fugato, if he lives, which normally he does, that was like a 1% crit or something, it means that we don't necessarily have to kill him on this turn, which is nice because we potentially have some, like, people that a guy would be able to hit that we don't want him to hit, depending, or we just don't want to have to worry about that. But now we really don't have to worry about it because he's dead. Yay! Anyway, so Fugato, we're going to have come up here and take out this wall with the Radiant Bow. This really does not matter, except that, in, like, one of these guys, I think it's this one, does really like to go after these walls, and we do want to get the XP for killing them, so, like, by taking out these walls, like, if the guy survives and then, like, is going to chase after us, he'll come chase after us faster if we take out more of the walls. Also, Fugato doesn't have anything else in particular that he needs to do right now. And then Marin is going to come reposition him up like so. Pandreo is going to come over here, and we're going to ultimately be dancing for him. And then Ivy is going to come up here and actually wait. I think I can just do that with, yeah, I can just do that with you. I just want to make sure I don't. So I need to, Amber needs to reposition Seedall, and that, yeah, we can move Hortensia first though. So do that. Oh, I didn't trade him the the Levin sword. Okay, whoops. That's fine, because we can do that with Ivy. So we're going to, yeah, trade you the Levin sword, and then we're gonna put an obstruct here. We don't probably need this, but we just want to not have to deal with, like, this guy potentially going onto the miasma tile. And then Kagetsu is actually just going to come up here and break this thing. Like, we just want the thing to go away. We don't actually mind if the guy is standing there and attacks Kagetsu. It'd actually be really nice if he attacked Kagetsu, but we just don't want him to be in this thing while he does it. Realistically, he won't attack Kagetsu anyway, but whatever. Anyway, so now we're going to instruct again. Give everybody a boost, and that will again convince them not to attack Ivy, which is actually unfortunate because she would one round, but so it goes. Anyway, so then we're gonna reposition Seedall so that he can dance for Pandreo, and we specifically want him in this tile for multiple reasons. One is where he needs to move next turn, and the other is because there's going to be reinforcements that pop out of here, and they will pop out on this tile and this tile, but if we block this tile, then they'll pop out here, and that way they're not, like, in this miasma, and we don't have to worry about that. Anyway, Pandreo is going to come up and just basically solo this entire group. Because of the boosts I mentioned before, he can one-round these mages except for the one with El Thunder, who he's not going to be able to counterattack.
I'm starting to feel
and then finally, Etier is going to come up and block this. And I just realized or block this, destroy this. I just realized I probably should have healed Etier with Ivy instead of bothering with that obstruct thing. I kind of forgot that Etier had taken that damage. Oh well. Okay, yeah, so one of these guys, like, once we're not in range of them anymore, is gonna, like, run back and start breaking those walls again, which is pretty silly, but whatever. The guy that hit Pandreo there, hit him with a tomahawk, which does hurt pretty badly, but not enough for him to be in danger. And in fact, yeah, yeah, I think this guy, well, he missed, but I think this guy does like 6 damage to him. So, well, now he does 9, but he was doing 6. So even if Pandreo had gotten hit on turn 1 and gotten hit by this guy, he would have still lived. So that's nice. Okay, so now we're going to have Etier take out this guy. Bluey. And then we're going to have Fagato take out this guy. The Bluey. And we're going to have Amber use another reposition, this time on Alir. Yoink. And Kagetsu is going to come up and blow open this door, revealing the next section of the map. And Pandreo is just going to come up here and heal himself. And then Ivy is going to use Rescue Etier, yoink, which puts her right in the correct spot where we can dance for her with Seedall, and then she can come up and take this guy out. And do the goddess dance. And canter afterwards. And then we are going to put Kagetsu here. And he's going to enemy phase these two. Well, hopefully he doesn't actually kill this guy, but he's at least going to do a bunch of damage to him. And then Pandreo is going to heal himself again. If he doesn't get hit by the tomahawk, then he doesn't need to double a vulnerary, but we do have the actions to allow him to do that. And then he's just going to charge right up here, take this guy out. And this is definitely like the most unreliable part of the whole thing, because this guy here has a killing edge. And he has, let's see, it's like 43 crit against 17 dodge, so 26 crit. He's not guaranteed to hit by any means, but still, it's pretty scary. We want to put Pandreo specifically here because we don't want him in range of these guys, because if he gets hit by like this guy and these guys, even if this guy doesn't crit, he'll still die. Well, actually, wait, no, that's not why. Sorry, take that back. That guy doesn't do much damage to him. The reason is because we want him in range of both of these guys so he can enemy phase them right now, but he's like powered up. Anyway. Right. So then Etier is going to come up here and engage and call doubles, because she's just out of range of the Astra Storm that we want to do next turn, and she needs the doubles next turn as well. And then Hortensia is going to come up, reposition Ivy forward, and Marin is going to come up and... Oh, I have Amber equip the Silver Axe so he doesn't get broken. The enemy there that will attack him, they can attack him from the miasma tile. They don't always. So we'll see. Okay, yeah, he didn't. That's nice. Yeah, this guy is just like, no, I'd rather go break these walls, actually. Okay, boom, boom. Boom. Now, we really don't want Kagetsu to crit here. Okay, because we need Alir to counter. Oh, okay.
Divine Dragon.
Okay, well, we do have a way to try to address that. Which is... Okay, here we're going to not move Kagetsu up yet, and that way,
no problem. When
Pandreo attacks, we won't be rolling for dual support. We can also try, if this doesn't work out, we can also try repositioning with Marin on Amber, so that attack doesn't take place. Prefer not to have to do that because it doesn't, like, we're not moving in the right direction doing that, but and now we're also re-rolling the enemy movement, so he might go into, like, he might go here, which would actually change the RNG anyway, because it would mean that, like, that he won't die and then he'll hit Amber a second time. He didn't. Okay. So far, so similar, unfortunately. It should have changed, but I am worried that it did not. Yeah.
Divine Dragon.
I'm actually pretty confused about that, to be honest. Like, it looked like it was the exact same rolls, even though it should have been different. Huh. Incidentally, it seems like as good a time as any to mention that calling doubles actually changes the RNG, and I have no idea why. I don't think the order in which I do that will affect anything. I guess it would if I like ended up like critting with Pandreo or something. I guess I can try that. Or maybe he already did crit. I don't actually remember. I don't think he did. I mean, the other thing, like I said, the other thing we can do is we can reposition Amber. Or we could even roll to try to get this guy to attack Amber from below. I think for now, I'm just going to see if this works, even though it's probably pretty unlikely. Okay, well this time he did attack from below. Oh, wait, he only attacked once. Oh, he missed! I forgot to trade. That's funny. Okay, well that might have actually... You know, it's funny because on the one hand, it's like, oh, like, it's good that he missed and Amber didn't get broken and everything, but on the other hand, like, maybe this is actually just means that I'm gonna get crit again, whereas I wouldn't have otherwise. Yeah. Ah! Let's just... I think we have to accept defeat and reposition Amber. Yeah, okay, that's different. So now, hopefully it'll be alright. I'm honestly not entirely sure how much it matters that Amber, like, basically loses a couple squares there. Because the thing is, like, he can kind of get him back because Marin can reposition him again, but, like, that means he isn't repositioning Marin. But how much that matters, I honestly don't remember. Okay, so we did survive. Hooray. So now we need to, as I mentioned before, bounce off of this guy. We only need to go one tile, but it's an important tile. And then we're gonna do our Astra Storm now. And this is why I forged up the steel bow, because with the... Unfortunately, this guy is just a little too far away for Etier to hit on the previous turn, in conjunction with the might boost from Alir. Or maybe that's not even... It doesn't even... Yeah, I think it's just that he's too far away. Well, or at least if she could hit him, she would have to do it from inside of range, where she'd get attacked by the guys in the room above there, and like they'd be able to do it from the miasma and all that stuff. So we gotta wait until this turn to be able to do this, but that's why I had to forge up the steel bow all the way to +5, is to get enough damage to be able to just one-shot him. Because the guy's standing on a pillar, and just like, this is way too hard to deal with. Which is also why I didn't just kill this guy. Like, Etier could have killed this guy last turn, but even though he's more dangerous, he's also easier to hit. Anyway, so now Kagetsu is going to try to set this kill up. And whiff, okay, well, that's not great. Well, we're going to dance for Etier. And she is going to... So she has enough damage thanks to the doubles to kill this guy, and we effectively have 4 chain attacks with Kagetsu, although the one is like less likely to hit than the others, but let's see how this goes. Okay. So we got that. So now...
Divine Dragon.
In theory, we can still kill this guy. We just need to hit both of these chain attacks. Okay. It's all fine. Now we're gonna reposition Seedall forward. Gotta keep him moving. I don't think I even mentioned what the objective is this chapter is, but it's for Seedall to escape, so it is even more important than it might otherwise be for him to keep moving. And then we're gonna heal somebody. That probably makes the most sense, since we can get full HP on Etier here, and we still got a vulnerary. Oh, not quite, but whatever. We still got a vulnerary on Pandreo as well. And then... Okay, so... Fugato... just gonna come up and heal himself. And Amber... Oh, right. Forgot, like, the doubles are actually in the way of repositioning Amber. Okay, you know what? Not gonna heal Forgato. We're gonna do that. Yoink. Repositioning Forgato doesn't do anything, so I'm not gonna do that. We're gonna do this. We're making progress there, buddy. You can do it. I believe in you. Alright, so now... we are gonna break this thing with Kagetsu. Reveal the next area where the enemies are kind of surprisingly far away, like they're not an immediate threat. Etier is just gonna make her way over. We're also just going to go ahead and dispel the doubles. We don't need them, and we don't really want... Like, if this guy were to suicide into one of them, that would be undesirable. Let's see... Gonna have you come up and, yeah, mend Pandreo. Or wait a minute, did I... Oh no, wait, I can do this. Yeah, this is fine. Okay. Yark.
Let's pray.
I'm gonna have him finish healing up. Actually, we should put him here in case we want to go down and around. I don't think we will, but just in case. Alright. Leer to here. Seedall is gonna dance for a Leer. Just gonna get her within striking range of this emblem energy we want to pick up. Alright, now Forgato can heal. And now Amber can flip Marin forward. Yoink. You did it! Yay! Good job. Get reinforcements. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick this up. And then make sure. Okay, yeah, so do we have the ability to heal Kagetsu this turn? We might not. That's unfortunate. But Kagetsu is going to come up and hit this guy. And then Etier. Ooh, oh right, we do need to flip you forward. Okay. But then, yeah, okay. Etier with the strong longbow can one around this guy. Oh, God, no. No, 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 no. Alright, I guess we're making this attack first. Actually, I think I'd rather Etier was standing here. Let me think of it. There we go. Alright, now we need to move Ivy and Hortensia out of the way, which means we need to figure out where our obstructs are going. So, yeah, you're gonna be able to do the trade thing. Okay. So we're gonna put down 2 obstructs to try, like, so there's a halberdier down here who's quite strong, and then there's also just a bunch of mages who are pretty threatening to Etier and to Kagetsu. And I am not 100% sure what the right places to put the obstruct tiles are in order to make this all work. I'm pretty sure we're gonna want let's see, one of them in front of Pandreo so that this guy can't hit him. I mean, it's going to be like, you know, here, here, or here, here, or here, here, or something like that. It's just a question of the exact layout. The intention is for Etier to kill this guy. And ideally, you know, some of these mages will die in enemy phase, not the Elf Thunder one. That's not, like, realistic. This guy's going to take out one of them. So... 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think what we want is we want one here, because if this guy, if the halberdier takes out this thing, then he stands on one of the tiles that could be otherwise used to let the Elf Under mage attack Kagetsu, who's relatively vulnerable here. And then... Oh, wait, I can't trade the longbow off because I need to move you first. Unless... I have Amber reposition Hortensia first. I think that's what I'm going to do. And then we have Marin reposition Seedle. Alright, now we really need the Duelistics to proc. Yes, let's go. Bang. Let's go. Okay. Alright, I think I'm just going to put the other one here. Not really sure about it. We'll see how it goes.
I'll do my best.
And finally, Fagato is going to come up and open this door. Or we find 2 axe fighters who are not going to move until we get into their range, and an energy drop. Blech. Picking words. Oh, interesting. They blocked themselves in. I did not actually expect that. Okay. Well, I can definitely work with that, because he didn't take much damage, nobody died. None of the enemies died either, granted. Well, I suppose we can just see how this goes. Whether we need to reconsider our options, but it seems at least workable. I believe... Yeah, Etier, with help from Kagetsu, can take this guy out. Let's see. I think you're a little too far away to help. Okay. Unless we reposition you, which we could do. We could do that. Yeah, what we could specifically do is have Marin reposition Because we kind of need Amber to move up a little anyway for the final room. So repositioning him now to take this guy out does seem pretty good. Does seem pretty good. That will... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, we do ideally have Etier here and dance for her with Seedall so that Seedall can max move to this tile, which means we need the Elf Thunder Mage to die. We probably do that with Kagetsu. That's reasonably safe. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and commit to doing this. And I would really... Oh wait, we could put Etier here. If we can open that spot up. I think that would be better, because then if I can have Amber on this spot as well, that would be very helpful. I think that's your highest accuracy weapon. Yeah. Oh wait. Oh, you one-round this guy. Oh. Ooh. Well, that seems better. Pow. Okay. So now we can dislodge this guy, which we can probably do with Kagetsu from here. Okay. Then we can have Etier come up and hit this guy, and even if she doesn't kill, I think we've got... I don't know what we got anyway. And she's actually totally recharged her gauge, which is funny because, like, one of the things to do here is, like, go over and attack this guy from here and get them moving, and then she can refill her gauge, but she doesn't need her gauge refilled. I'm still going to do that, but... where's the strong longbow? There we go. Boom. Not quite a kill, but still pretty good. And... the awkward thing is that, because this guy's not quite dead and because of where the miasma tiles are, we can't, like, really kill him, nor can we, like, kill this guy, nor can we... Well, I mean, we can kill him, but then, like, this guy will just, like, take this tile and be basically invulnerable. So... I'm actually going to do is have Fagata move to here. And I guess you might as well equip the steel sword, because that'll be plenty of damage. Heal up. This guy dies on enemy phase. This guy runs out, and then we can swing around behind him and kill him without taking counterattack damage. And yeah. Okay. Meanwhile, let's get you moving on up. And we can take this guy out, and we can also open the door. How do we want to do that? I don't think Pandreo needs to be on this tile, but let's see. So he ultimately needs to be... Actually, I think he does need to be on this tile. Okay, that's fine. Or, well, he needs to be on this tile to be able to do what we want to do with him this coming turn without having to dance for him. Which, I mean, we could probably just dance for him, but whatever. Alright. Hortensia... let's see. Do we... mind if you're on this spot? Probably not. And probably should have checked this sooner. Assuming that would not be a problem. Ah, good dodge. Okay, I think we can probably spare... Well, we could use Marin to reposition a Lear. That would actually be pretty helpful. I was gonna say I think we can probably spare Marin up here, but... would really be nice is to be able to get Fagato this kill. Is it... Okay, so the plan right now... Actually, the plan was to finish the chapter next turn, but it's actually looking not entirely out of the question that we could finish it this turn, because like the way that this room went pretty well. We would need to kill this guy, and we'd need to Goddess Dance for Seedall. That's not a problem. And from here you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If Alir's here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we'd have to reposition Seedall as well, but that shouldn't be a problem. So like Alir would probably Goddess Dance here. I guess the problem with that is that it doesn't really... Like, it's still going to be pretty hard to kill that guy, I think. I mean, Pandreo can do a lot of damage to him, and so can Etier with another... What's it? The other thing is that there's a talisman over here that I would like to get, and that's like part of the plan. If we end the chapter this turn, then we're definitely not getting it. We can grab the energy drop this turn. But basically where I was going with all this is like thinking about like, can we set Fagato up to get this kill? And the thing is, like, if he grabs the energy drop this turn, then he doesn't get to kill this guy. Unless he goes here and takes an extra, like... Well, I guess he wouldn't take 20 damage, right? He'd take an extra 11 damage. I suppose he would survive that. No, he wouldn't. Oh my god. Right. Marin maybe wouldn't be too far away. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, she would be just too far away. I mean, I suppose... Yeah, the other thing is if we grab the energy drop and this guy comes back this way, then he's on here and we can't kill him anyway. It's sort of annoying. Maybe I just don't decide what to do there until I decide what to do over here. So... we do want... Well, what I actually want to use Astra Storm on is this guy, because it's another one of those, like, hard to deal with Sword Masters. I guess it's possible... Maybe I just don't need to use the Goddess Dance this turn at all. And if I don't need to use the Goddess Dance this turn, then I probably don't need to reposition, which means I can leave Marin up top and get her that kill or something. Maybe even a little free XP from these guys or something. While Fagato grabs the chest. Or the other way around. I do need the damage boost on Etier to be able to one-shot, or I guess one round would be more accurate. This guy with Astra Storm, just barely, but still. I could engage and instruct. Oh my god, that would be an amazing instruct. I hadn't even realized. Wow. Okay, okay. You know what? Yeah. Meow. I wonder if I probably could have made use of that last turn, and I probably didn't even think about it. Yeah, I totally could have, didn't I? I don't know what difference it would have really made, but is that enough for you to be able to one-round this guy? Not quite, but with Kagetsu's help. Okay. So can we... unfortunately, we cannot dance for Pandreo without repositioning Seedall. Because what I would like to do is have Pandreo take out at least one, if not both of these Axe Fighters. I mean, I guess I could do that with Etier, too. And Etier can get to here, and now she should be able to kill this guy, and then she could come up and kill one of the two of them as well. That would put her in range of this sniper, which should be fine, because she's not going to die. She's not going to get one shot, and she is going to one-round them in return, I think? Maybe not. 17... It's pretty similar to this, I guess. 22... Oh, just barely. Wow. Okay. Cool. So in that case, we could have Etier attack from here on this guy, Pandreo attack from here on this guy, or something like that. And maybe we just don't kill this guy yet, because we don't like really particularly need to. Okay, I think that's what I'm gonna plan for. Meow. Pow pow pow. Apparently we maxed out our speed taker. I didn't actually notice. Yeah, and the... Oh, right. That's why I don't attack that guy. Duh. Okay, that's fine. Probably. We take... Nope, nope. Right. That is the situation. Okay, fine. How do we do this then? You are a little far away. Yeah, maybe... Well, this guy's got a little bit more health. So Etier probably wouldn't have one-rounded. 46... Actually, she would. Okay. So maybe I should be having Pandreo hit this guy, that guy, and Etier be the one to hit this guy. The issue is Kagetsu is a little bit too far away to use Bonded Shield. And Amber is too far away to block. I do actually need Goddess Dance after all. I mean, I can obstruct. And a fun thing about Great Ether is that it will actually wipe out the miasma tiles. I guess what I could do is I could flip Amber onto this with a reposition. That would be amusing. Like, this guy doesn't actually matter if I put an obstruct here unless this guy pops it first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which he could do in theory. I guess the other problem is that if Pandreo does take damage, then if I've used one of these two for reposition and the other one for obstruct, we don't have anybody to heal him with. Oh, but I could use Kagetsu to do the reposition. I guess that doesn't really solve fundamental problem, though. Yeah, maybe what makes... Like, if I don't attack with Pandreo and I just have him sitting here... Put, like, an obstruct here, and an obstruct here. Pandreo here, and Amber... It doesn't really work, does it? Yeah. I might in fact need to do the Goddess Dance, even if the dance itself isn't like doing that much, just to get Amber a little bit further forward. And I guess it gives Kagetsu one extra space of movement too. Okay. Okay. So... Let's see. If we can get Kagetsu to here, then we can have, you know, Pandreo and Etier here and here, and they should be safe enough. I mean, it's not a guaranteed proc rate, but, you know. And then we put... So that means we want Kagetsu, like, here or here, and Amber as well, so that Amber can do Great Ether, like, here. Probably. So... Oh, you know what the problem with that is that Etier can't actually get the kill on this guy until after the dance. Awkward. It's not like she's gonna be able to double him either. Well... Oh right, we've got Seedall's Dance as well. So what if we do? If we do the goddess dance here, and what if it's just for? It's just for Kagetsu, Amber, and Atier. Then we don't get the stat boost on Pandreo. I don't know how much that matters. We'll definitely be able to kill this guy regardless. 34 minus... I guess he won't be able to kill this guy, which actually would be bad. Okay, so never mind on that. So then... think it should be safe to have Hortensia here because this guy will be dead and this guy will be dead and this guy will be blocked and these guys cannot reach. So I just want to get her out of the way and obstruct this tile. And then... to get Cedal out of the way too. Or we flip Alir forward and we do the dance here. I guess that's probably good enough. Like, these two squares are basically as close as these two squares. And these two, right? Yeah, that should be fine. Okay. So Kagetsu only needs to make it to here. So he can go here. Amber to here, so he can go here. And I could reposition Ivy, then I have to move her first, so I don't think that's actually a good idea. Pandreo... here. This is so silly. This feels so silly. But... this is like... the least, like, efficient use of this ever. But, like, I had, like, previously needed, like... it was harder for me to get through this room, and so like my units were further back, and so then I needed the dance just to like be able to get them moving forward. But anyway, where do we actually want Alir to stand? I mean, moving forward is good, but I don't think I necessarily want to block. Or I don't want this guy to come up and attack Alir from the miasma, and so I think just here. Oh, and that works out really well with Atier's positioning anyway. Oh, I guess she doesn't actually need the damage boost at this point, so never mind. But whatever, got it anyway. Okay, so now... Now, the question is... Okay, so we do get Alacrity here, which is fantastic. So we put you here... And then Pandreo can be the one to come over here. And Getsu over and do Bondage Shield. Oh, is it? Oh no, this guy cannot. Why can't he reach? Why can he only get to here? He only has 3 movement. Okay, that's a reason. I just did not even realize that Seedall was vulnerable here. If that was going to be the case anyway, there's no reason to... I guess Ivy can block over there if we really need to. Or we can just not block this tile. Like I was planning to, I don't think we actually need to because we have the Bondage Shield. Like it's possible for somebody to die here, but... it should be fine. Let's see. So that means we're gonna obstruct here, I guess? Because if this guy wants to attack Amber, he's welcome to do so. Okay. Ultimately, all of this probably doesn't matter too much. Well, this guy only has a compact axe. Okay, hold on a second. Maybe... Okay, 27... and 9 is there... Ah, damn it. No! Oh, I forgot why. Marin is just a little bit too far away. Ah! Guess he needed a defense tonic. I'm not gonna rely on a crit here. I mean, it's possible this guy will run straight this way, but I doubt it very much. Yeah. Sad. He attacked Amber, of course he did. Okay. Ow! Akatsu. Well, now that guy will... Oh, no, he goes for Etier anyway? Weird. Okay, whatever. Alright. So... Seedall, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 has to just run out. This guy will not actually be too difficult to finish off. In fact, I think we can do it with Amber. Yep. Bonk. And the real question is... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How are we eating this talisman? Gotta go get this thing. Yeah, we kind of got to double reposition one of our flyers because the pillars mean that even if we reposition Pandreo, he goes to here and goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Etier, you aren't going to be able to contribute to that anyway. So can you kill this guy? Yes, you can. Presumably he's the more difficult kill to pick up, but we can verify that.
Where
Well,
you
Pandreo
lead, I
obviously
follow.
will be able to kill this guy, so okay, yeah, let's just have T8. This guy. And then Pandreo. This guy. And I guess we can have Lear get this kill. And now we do Yoink. They don't have a support? What? Or maybe you don't get support for that? I thought you did. Okay, and sadly we never do pick up the skill. Wah. Oh well.
Our paths dive.
MVP Pandreo, not a surprise. Pandreo put in a ton of work in that chapter. Yeah. Sorry that it took me so long to navigate that final section. I had spent a bunch of time working out how to do it, where like Seedall actually used the Dragon Vein at the top of not that this like bottom room, but the top of the room above it, because there's just like a lot of miasma, and that Halberdier would run into the miasma, and I was having trouble figuring out a way to avoid that happening. And then I realized that I had like enough uses of obstruct that like maybe if I put Kagetsu as a flyer into that one tile, in the sort of the bottom right corner of the miasma block, that would like could actually work out. And then but then like figuring out where to place the obstructs was kind of a mess, and I definitely just forgot where they were. And so then, you know, we got this result with where the enemies are, which I don't even know if I had seen that before, and so where my units ended up positioned was different and kind of scrambling. And like the funny thing is, like, it should have been easier, like, because everybody was further forward, but I just like still had to figure out like, okay, but how do I actually do it? And I still feel like that was probably, I don't know, that like I wouldn't be surprised if there was a way for me to get out a turn sooner. Like I could have definitely picked up the energy drop. I could have definitely would not have been able to pick up the talisman without like bringing a warp staff or something. But and even then, I'm not totally sure, because I would have had to take out like a couple of enemies to clear the path, and use some reposition to like be able to get Seedall far forward enough and like Goddess Dance Room and all that. But yeah, in any case, well, we got there in the end, and we didn't actually use Dragon Vein on Seedall a single time, which I consider a success, because like one of the things that bothers me about the design for this map is that I understand why they do what they do in terms of like, you know, they want certain characters from a story perspective to have certain rings, at least initially, but just doesn't, like, from a gameplay perspective, make any sense to use the corn ring on your dancer. That's like the worst person to give it to, because you just want to use the dance command. Like, you don't want to. Why would you want to have your dancer using a dragon vein? It just doesn't. And on top of that, it's the ice vein, which, like, is one of the worst ways to remove miasma, because, like, you're, like, if what you want to do is just, like, clear the terrain, first of all, then once you've put down the ice, you can't move through it, and second of all, you can't clear the miasma that the enemies are on top of. You can only, like, if it was like fog or fire, or what else is there, like vines, or, like, there's, I don't know, there's a bunch of them, water, like, you could, I mean, even if you would give them a void with the fog or something, like, it would still be, like, you'd still be making progress, but you could just use it and it would just do nothing. And it's just, like, as it is, it's just like, oh my gosh, why? Like, I mean, if it was water, like, that would be actively, like, quite good, debuff them rather than buff them. But like, fortunately, there turns out to be, like, just enough maneuverability around all that junk that it's manageable. I'm honestly didn't expect that to be the case going in. And I was expecting to be more annoyed about that. But, like, there's like, I didn't really call it out, but, like, for instance, in that top corridor where I kept letting Pandreo get crit to death. Like, Kagetsu's positioning, like, he has to go, like, up instead of over, so that, like, the mage can't attack from the miasma tile, which does, like, in theory, slow him down. In practice, it doesn't really matter, because he ends up, like, in the bottom right corner of the quarter, breaking the door anyway. And then, like, the turn after that, he gets to that corner tile of the miasma and can kill the El Surge mage. But the point is, like, there's stuff like that where there's just, like, little, like, positioning tweaks, and I probably should have called them out more as I was going, but I just got so used to them I didn't even, like, talk about it in most of the cases. But yeah, like, there's a bunch of stuff like that it's like, you can just, like, barely manage to maneuver around the amount of, like, or all the places where you don't want the enemies to stand. Anyway, so that'll do it for chapter 15. Thanks for watching, and next time will probably be the Lin paralog. We'll see, but that's, I think, what I'm gonna do. So until then.